Hey guys, this is TJ Graney, and we're doing a KOZ Raw from the dove field on the last weekend, the last couple of days of dove season in Texas. And I had this great experience this whole week that I wanted to share with y'all. Um, I was in my home Bible study and I was in my men's group, and we were just talking about God using us, God uh, God finding our place. What is it this year? And of course, we talked a lot about the word and what is your word, and I'm a huge fan of that encourager. And if you know anything, if you've been following me at all, you know that finding your word for the year, I think, is really important. At least talking to Jesus about it, whether he gives it to you or not, I don't know. That might be questionable. He may not. I don't know, but one of the things that we talked about was getting stalled up. Why am I getting stalled? Why am I not moving forward? And I think sometimes what happens is if he wants us to get a couple of things straightened out first, then he's going to hold back on releasing us to the next thing or to the next group of assignments that he has for us. For example, if you're struggling with your wife, if your marriage isn't the best it can be, not that it's not always going to have struggles, but if you have issues with your marriage, you need to do better in your marriage, I think he'll stall up your ministry work. I don't think he wants you to be overwhelmed or to be taking on stuff like in KOZ. If we're KOZ men, and we're supposed to be an example to who the next generation is supposed to be and how those boys are supposed to be trained up, then I don't think we could be, I think we need to have our marriages intact to be able to communicate that to the boys, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and how you fight for a marriage and how you fight for a wife and how you do those kind of things. I think that's critical, and I think he'll stall up your moving forward in ministry and the things of your heart until you get some things right. If you have something on your phone, a link to a website, some photos, if you have things that you know are questionable or you know are wrong, but you just don't let go of them, you're just not letting go of them, I think he'll stall up what he has for you until you get that stuff right. So as we move into the new year, as we move along, just any time, I mean, you don't have to do this New Year resolution. It's like, wow, I just realized that I'm probably stalled up because my marriage isn't right. I'll tell you something that really helped in my marriage. Super simple. Super simple. You probably already do it, but I didn't hold my wife's hand and pray with her every night. In my mind, I wanted to, but I didn't until a couple years ago. And I just said, man, how come in my mind I want to do this stuff, but I don't? And so that was one of the things I said, okay, we're going to do it. And my wife and I we have latched on to that. And thank God she is such a prayer warrior and such a beast in that area. But every night before we go to bed, we pray together. And I think that broke off some stuff and God moved the ministry forward. So just encouraging word. I think that's encouraging. It should be encouraging. It's like we want to draw into our relationship with Christ, right? We want to do better. We want to make an impact. We want to move the needle for Jesus. But to do that, we have to also be navigating what it is that he has for us. And I think part of that is going to be where are we stuck? What are we stuck on? And if we are, what are we going to do about it? Man, you guys are tough. You're solid. You got this. So if you like this shirt, you like this new KOZ camo, Deer Hunter. It's quite fashionable. They should be in the store now. I know deer season's almost over, or it's over. But hey, you can get the camo shirt, and there's only a few of them, so get in there quick. And then, of course, the Hunt, Pray, Fish camo hat. It's a good looking rig right there, ain't it? For the dove field. So go out there and grab some boys. Make this year your best. Do everything. Operate in excellence. Jesus calls us to ministry. He calls us whatever we do to operate in excellence. So do hard things. Do good things. Regulators, let's mount up.